Hi, Allison here. I'm walking through the woods. It's about 8:10 in the morning. It's a lot darker than it looks. The snow makes it really light. And it's Lucia dagen in Sweden, the day of Lucia, which is this white dressed girl with candles in her hair. And she symbolizes hope and a message that the light is coming back. She comes on the 13th of December. There's a lot of traditions here in Sweden around it. There's also a tradition in the city I lived in France, in Lyon, on the 8th of December, around the return of the light as well. And I'm thinking about it because right now I'm feeling like, I don't know, it feels sludgy out there, folks. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling this sort of oppressive, dark, sludgy feeling all around out there. And I got to thinking how, Christmas Day is the 25th, which is exactly 4 days after the winter solstice of the 21st. And that is those 8 darkest days of the year are the 4 days leading up to it and the 4 days after. That's the darkest week of the year. I see nothing with these. And we have all of these traditions, even, the Christian tradition of the birth of Christ. It's the same message. It's a message about hope and knowing that the light is returning, even when we see darkness around us. And it seems poignant now. It seems fitting. And at the same time, what I'm realizing right now as I'm walking is that just like in my Zen studies, I have come to realize that the darkness I see in the world is also inside of me. That I'm really just projecting parts of myself onto other people and or being triggered by other people so that I can look inwards at parts of myself that I don't want to see. In the same way, the fact that we have this lightness and darkness, it's not the light that's returning. It's our path as a planet that's returning towards the light. So it's not the light that's gone away from us. It's the planet that has gone away from the light and is coming back. And I don't know, somehow that just is sticking in me, that how many important traditions and holidays and how much emphasis we place, especially sitting here in the far north. I'm not in the far north of Sweden, but yeah, in the far north of the world, where traditions around light and darkness are so important because you really are physically very affected by that every year. And I realize that, we're sitting on this planet, so we don't ourselves get to choose where she goes, but the same is true in our own lives because, life is fractal. If you look in a microscope or a telescope, you see the same patterns. And so what we see in the larger world around us tends to hold true in ourselves as well on some level. So I just wanted to get this thought out that it seems that we have this pull. We need both the darkness and the lights. We see things and we experience things in the darkness that we wouldn't notice in the light. Things come out at night that don't show their face in the daylight, and both sides are important to our journey. Otherwise, we just hang out in the light. We'd be stationary planets and stationary people, and things wouldn't change very much, and we wouldn't get, it's like if you were to put an object on the floor in front of you. If you stand in one place, you will be able to study that object pretty well from that point of view, but you won't know what the other side of it looks like, or what it looks like from various angles. You won't have a sense of the wholeness of what that object is. So I guess what I'm saying, both to myself and to anybody who cares to be listening, is that when you find yourself in moments of what feels like darkness, difficulty, I'm not saying you have to enjoy it. I mean, Sweden has its moments in the winter when it's dark and there's lots of snow, and there's some good things about it. But let's face it, by the time May comes around, if it snows one more time, I'm going to scream, you know. So I'm not saying, oh, enjoy your darkness, but yeah, know that not just that the light is coming back, but that there are things to be experienced in that space that you're not going to be able to experience when the light is there. But when the light is there again, you'll know what to do with the things you found in the darkness. All right, that's the extent of my ramblings for now. I'm almost home. And if you listened, I hope you got something out of it. Talk to you later. Bye.